Everyone, this is the first course report for COT 6930, Computational Algorithms. Here is our agenda. I will talk about the first part, blockchain and zero-knowledge proof. And Yufei will talk about the second part, privacy-preserving computation, secure multi-party computation. Before talking about Zcash and the Tornado Cash, we need to give it a brief talk about Bitcoin. Satoshi posted the white paper Bitcoin on November 1st, 2008. And about 2 months later, on January 3rd, 2009, the first decentralized cryptocurrency Bitcoin was created with the blockchain technology. Blockchain actually consists of two words, block and chain. Users create blocks and link them together into a chain. These blocks save transaction information including sender, receiver, and the transaction amount. The reason why the blockchain is safe is that the public only accepts the longest chain and it has algorithms to prevent someone force a new chain that can surpass the main chain, such as Bitcoin is using proof of work to prevent this. Zcash was firstly developed by Matt, and the development was completed by Zcash company. Zcash was implemented based on Bitcoin's code base. That's similar to Bitcoin in many features. For example, having a 21 million unit supply limit. Zcash addresses are either private Z addresses or transparent T addresses. Private G addresses start with a Z, and the transparent T addresses start with a T. Between these two types of addresses, there are 4 transaction types. A T2T transaction works just like Bitcoin. The sender, receiver, and the transaction value are publicly visible. While many wallets and exchanges exclusively use T addresses today, many are moving to shadowed addresses to better protect their privacy. A G2G transaction appears on the public blockchain, so it's known to have occurred and that the fee were paid, but the addresses, transparent amount, and the memo field are all encrypted and not publicly visible. This type of encryption is only possible through the use of zero-knowledge proofs. Individuals and parties who are looking for a secure and private way to transfer cryptocurrencies are their potential users. Pantera Capital, Digital Current Group, and Coinbase Ventures invested in Zcash as they saw its value in protecting users' privacy. Tornado Cash is a fully decentralized protocol for private transactions on Ethereum, and with its second-generation privacy protocol supporting arbitrary amounts and shadowed transfers. In traditional transactions, such as bank transfer or some of the cryptocurrency blockchains such as Bitcoin, the sender and the receiver's addresses are linked together. However, Tornado Cash improves transaction privacy by breaking the on-chain link between source and destination addresses. This cannot be implemented without the technology of zero-knowledge subset non-interactive argument of knowledge, aka ZK-SNARK, a normal form of zero-knowledge of proof. Tornado Cash customers are primarily individuals and organizations in a decentralized financial ecosystem who are looking for privacy-focused solutions for their financial transactions. Tornado Cash has received investment from multiple value capital firms and DeFi-focused investment funds, including Andreessen Horowitz, Alameda Research, and Polychain Capital.
Star, encryption is called homopop. Hello everyone, I'm Yufei Jin, and I'm going to present the fully homomorphic encryption and its possible application and current solutions in the industry in the flow presentation. So, fully homomorphic encryption is a special encryption scheme that allows any computable functions on the encrypted data while preserving the function feature and the data format. Mathematically, it can be shown as below. So given any commutable operation star, encryption is called homomorphic to the operation star if encryption M1 times operate encryption M2 equals encryption of M1 operate M2 for all M1, M2 belongs to M, where E is the encryption algorithm and M is the possible message set. For fully homomorphic encryption, it must satisfy for all the commutable operations star. So the definition or the implication of this arbitrary commutable operation is so since addition and multiplication are functionally complete sets over the finite sets. So this means that any encryption that satisfies both addition and multiplication should be fully homomorphic. Another way to define it is through the Boolean circuit design, where one can simulate any commutable circuits by only using the XOR and AND gates, or equivalently only using one NAND gates, as they are the universal gates. Actually, it can be both symmetric encryption or asymmetric encryption, and they can be transformed to each other. And this was demonstrated in 2011. For all the HE schemes, HE can be divided into PHE, WHE, and FHE, where those criterion basically depends on the family or the limitation of the set of the operation. Since FHE is the hardest one, and so it comes out late in 2016. Keygen encryption decryption are the main steps for the conventional encryption scheme, and the evaluation is a unique step for the HE scheme, where it is used to evaluate whether the applied homomorphic operation is give the same result. L gamma algorithm is actually a multiplicative homomorphic, which means that it is a PHE. So Invel is an industrial company and a startup company founded in 2016, and it mostly focuses on the financial applications. As it states in the FAQ page in the company website, the company itself is not a research company and do not invent advanced FHE algorithm. Its sole technology or product is to develop the entire stack of the systems that fits the real-world application utilizing the existing HE algorithm and the secure multi-party communication, which they call the entire things as PET, or the privacy enhancing technologies. And the use case one is the know your customer checks, where a bank a customer wants to open an account in a bank, and then the bank sends an encrypted query about these customers, provided basic information to the other data sources. And then those data sources apply some operation like cross match or the search and send it back to the bank, so the bank can decrypt it. And similarly, this can be applied to the healthcare operation and collaboration and data sharing, or the machine learning models, which is now a popular field called federated learning in the machine learning field. Invel is invested by many financial institutions like MasterCard, Capital One, as they are also the customers of this Invel company. Duality is another company, and its investors include Intel, Harvard Venture, and Team8, LG Ventures, etc. Its customer is mostly about the financial service, as mentioned above, and the healthcare service. Additionally, it has developers in the security and the cryptography and the government agencies. So there are two schemes of this duality. One is to encrypt the data and from multiple sources, and then use the models, AI models, or the queries to apply to the encrypted data. The other scheme is similar to the Invel, where they encrypt the queries or the AI models and then send the models to the multi-data sources. Duality provides open source FHE libraries for developers, and this is together with Google, the Genome-Wide Association Studies, which is a year's genome analysis, and they also provide service against fraud, both financially and peer scale. They collaborate with government to provide a secure investigation where the agencies want to investigate without revealing the information about the investigatees, and the machine learning model training, retraining, etc., like we discussed above. That's all for this presentation. Thanks for listening.